Hi, my name is Lauren Pavelko, and I just want to tell you a little bit about my piece, Vive la Marionnette. It's inspired by a puppet show that I experienced in Lyon, France. The character's name is Guignol, and he is as omnipresent in the city of Lyon as like Mickey Mouse would be here. And his origin story is super weird and quirky. Guignol was created by a silk weaver named Lyon. The silk industry was a big part of Lyon's culture and economy. During the time of the French Revolution, a lot of the silk weavers were underpaid, and in the following decades, they would have a series of revolts for workers' rights. Lyon was one of these underpaid silk weavers, so he pivoted his career and he took up street dentistry, which in that era just meant that they pulled your teeth out. And the service was free. They just charged you for the pain medicine. And so he would go out on the street and hawk his services. In order to attract people's attention, he started putting on these little puppet shows. Initially, he was borrowing really famous puppet characters like Pulcinella from Italy, but later he started developing his own. 1808, he develops the character of Guignol, who is often a silk weaver, just like Laurent was. Guignol had a cast of friends. One of the most famous is his best friend Niafron, who is depicted as a cherry-cheeked, wine-loving cobbler. Guignol is a satirical character, so he was frequently poking fun at the authorities or current events. Eventually, these puppet shows became so popular that Laurent abandoned silk weaving and street dentistry, and he became a full-time puppeteer. He started all of these puppet theaters around France, and he trained his children and grandchildren in puppetry. His legacy has continued for more than 200 years. Guignol is considered a really important preserver of the Lyonnese culture and dialect. You'll see him around the city. He's in murals and shops. There's a museum in the old city that will tell his story and the story of Laurent Morguet and how Guignol has evolved across the decades. And you can go to the park. There is an active puppet theater. You sit under this little pavilion. The puppet show begins, and there are hand puppets. The show is engaging enough to keep the children's attention, but it also is written in such a way that the jokes are really for the adults. It was really delightful. So we meet Guignol and Niafron, and a beast appears. They steal Niafron's hat. It would appear that perhaps he has been eaten, and Guignol has to come and sort of save the day. So the music that I've written is supposed to kind of reflect the drama of a little puppet show. You'll hear where suddenly it sounds like the action has changed. I hope that you'll enjoy the piece and that you can imagine your own little puppet drama as you're listening to it. Thanks for listening today.